So Woodrow Wilson said that friendship is the only cement that will hold the world together. So it's the love of the friendship that will always join people. But it is also said that friendship, it takes a great deal of courage to stand up to your enemies, but a great deal more to stand up to your friends. So you need more courage to be friends rather than being enemy. So on that note, good evening, namaskar, jai Siya Ram, adab and sat sri akal to all of you. I welcome you all, us all, in this e-unveiling ceremony of the e-mediation writings in the hands of Honorable Justice Shri P. Sam Koshi. Today is the first Sunday of the month of August, which is celebrated as the Friendship Day. So happy Friendship Day to us all. We at the EMW are some mediators from all parts of the country and also from our neighboring ones. And we have friends namely Mr. Ty Bodoni and Charlie Young also with us today. We have come together with an aim not only to take mediation to the next level, but also to the next generation. By way of e-mediation writings, a monthly magazine, we exchange our knowledge by sharing experiences and insights. The EMW family meets every month virtually and exchange ideas, not only about mediation, but also various aspects touching lives. We have undertaken the task of educating and training the law students through virtual classes named as the Gen Next Classroom series. We select students studying in various law schools and universities, register them free of cost. And at the end of the course, we issue them e-certificates. We have students from Bangladesh, Nepal, and Pakistan also. That will surely strengthen the solidarity and a sense of belonging to each other. That will, the task that has only begun about 14 months back, and we are growing slowly but steadily. We have patronage of stalwarts in mediation. In our task, we hope and believe that this journey will take us to a great destination in mediation. I'm grateful to the virtual release coordinators, chief coordinators Pushp Gupta ji and Tankanchand sir ji, to have afforded this opportunity to the Chhattisgarh state to be the host of this evening. Before we begin, may I request Tankanchand sir to take us to a short virtual tour to witness cultural heritage of Chhattisgarh. The song in the background is in local language of Bastar. It may be Bhatri, Gondi or Halbi. Tankanchand sir, please play that.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Ikantar tir pariyar barchar ir bes bes lagna. Ikantar tir pariyar barchar ir bes bes lagna. Ikantar tir pariyar barchar ir bes bes lagna. मुरखरी जमान लागी दाओ खुशी मन लागी मुरखरी जमान लागी दाओ खुशी मन लागी ईरला महे बेसम लागना ईरला महे बेसम लागना आमचो बस्तर की तरह सुंदर आमचो बस्तर की तरह सुंदर हानी लागे आमचो बस्तर की तरह सुंदर लागे 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 एकंतार तीर परियार बर चर हीर बेस बेस लगना एकंतार तीर परियार बर चर हीर बेस बेस लगना एकंतार तीर परियार बर चर हीर बेस बेस लगना मुरुखरी जमान लागी दाओ खुशी मन लागी मुरुखरी जमान लागी दाओ खुशी मन लागी नीरला महे बेसन लागना
Thank you very much, Tankan sir, for that wonderful video that you've made and the mixing of music in the background.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hamida ji has joined.
Yes, so she's there, I think.
She is our guest of honor today, Madam Hamida Siddiqui. She is Deputy Advocate General for the state of Chhattisgarh in the High Court of Chhattisgarh. She is also a mediator. She is daughter of illustrious Shri A.R. Siddiqui, who is an advocate practicing in Ambikapur. He is 85 and is a regular member of District Bar and still sits in his office. Hamida ji did her BSc from Ambikapur and then MSc in Girls Degree College, Bilaspur. She joined the District Bar in the year 1993 and the High Court soon after Constitution of the Chhattisgarh High Court in 2001. She is an accredited mediator, did her diploma in ADR from MNLU Nagpur. She also attended an international seminar on human rights in Netherlands in 2005. She is blessed with 3 daughters who are all settled in US. Eldest Vinci is a doctor and specializes in gastroenterology, practicing in Indianapolis. Hamida ji has younger twins. Zoya is a chartered accountant settled in Baltimore, while Maria is LLB from Nalsar and LLM from New York University, is working in Houston. I invite her for a few words of wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ranveer, the State Coordinator, Chhattisgarh EMW. A very good evening to Honorable Chief Guest, Justice P. Sam Koshi, Chairman Committee Monitoring Mediation, Chhattisgarh High Court, respected Thansharan Sir, Senior Member EMW, Push Ma'am, Chief Coordinator, Anubhuti Ma'am, and Dr. Sudhir Jain if he is viewing the program, and of course all the viewers. A speedy trial is one of the fundamental requirements of any society. Keeping that in mind, one of the requirement of the society, and keeping that in mind, when the courts were overburdened with case and average time to decide the list increased substantially, the steps were taken by the judiciary as well as by the government to reduce the burden of court by establishing specialized commissions and tribunals, and also alternative dispute resolution system has come into force, and the pendency to reduce the pendency of the cases. As we know, before pandemic also, Indian courts were overburdened with the cases. Now after pandemic, courts are flooded with the cases. Former Chief Justice of India, Justice Bobde, has shown serious concern that COVID-19 pandemic would result in a large backlog of cases in courts. and a strong focus should be given on using mediation to resolve the cases. This is the moment, actually this is the moment to give emphasis to the use of mediation, not only in post-litigation matters or court-annexed mediation, but also pre-litigation matter to resolve all kind of disputes, not only the matrimonial cases, but also the commercial cases. The future of litigation and ADR after COVID-19 can be viewed from two perspectives. Number one, ways to make the adjudication more friendly or lesser contact. Number two, new ways to deliver speedier relief to the parties. That is, in fact, in general, first one is concerned with the technical component of adjudication and other one is concerned with the intellectual aspect. Of course, meeting in person will continue to be crucial aspect of resolving dispute, especially during mediation, where interpersonal interactions contribute to good outcome. We have seen throughout the mediation that there are several things which can be perceived. We can see the body language of the person, we can see the demeanor of the person, which of course is lacking through the virtual mediation. Therefore, in the current economic climate, when the entire world, the India also is going through a kind of recession where the parties are suffering from a lot of economic losses, the current economic climate, virtual dispute resolution process will provide a cost-effective alternative for so many people. As we know, the virtual thing has already been settled by Indian judiciary. It has been recognized in the case of Maharashtra versus Praful Desai, where Honorable Apex Court has held that the term evidence includes electronic evidence and that video conferencing may be used to record the evidence. As we know, this is permissible and we are doing this before pandemic also. It was further observed that the development in technology have opened up the possibility of virtual courts, which are similar to the physical court. And we also know that presently all courts throughout the India, right from the Honorable Apex Court to district courts, are functioning virtually through video conferencing. For mediation, this is easier to conduct mediation because as we know as a mediator that files are never given to us. The files are not entrusted to us. We are gathering information from the parties. So it is very easy for us to gather the information through video conferencing also. So virtual mediation has a great future. Of course, meeting in person will continue to be a crucial aspect of resolving disputes. There is no doubt about it, especially during mediation where interpersonal interaction contribute to great outcome or the result. Therefore, in the current economic climate, mediation will provide a cost-effective alternative for many and may appeal to business. That is very important. Looking to reduce the carbon footprint, where in-person mediation would require travel, either it may be domestic or international. Now, what we see that remote mediation is already evolving as both mediators and parties in successful mediation have learned from their experiences that it's cost effective as well as reduces lot of hassles since the pandemic began. However, litigants will always resort to their legal advice on the best format for dispute resolution, like cases where law points are involved or so many other matters. The parties have the other dispute resolution systems, of course. Now coming to the advantage and disadvantage of virtual mediation, as all we know and we are facing day-to-day basis, finding the correct technology to conduct a virtual mediation is still a challenge. However, it's getting better. Since the first lockdown, existing platforms have added features such as strong security, more breakout rooms, and participants have hand raising and ability to rearrange participants. These are the facilities which has been developed in other platforms also, virtual platforms, and we are also being advantageous. So, as we know that no technology advancement are without any flaw. Development or expansion of new platform are more suited to the needs of mediator nowadays. If the mediation is to be truly effective, the mediator must be in charge of the litigation and comfortable with the selected platform. During virtual mediation, there are so many problems like background interruptions, like if a mediator is conducting a mediation in his or her office, there may be disturbance or interruption like children, pets are normal interruptions which should be avoided by a mediator. And lastly, in-person mediation has certain advantage that cannot be recreated in online format, such as ability to watch the participants. As earlier I have mentioned that when we are sitting physically in front of the participants, it is always the case that one of the party has better ability and the other party may not have that kind of ability. So we have that capacity. We are trained in that way that we understand what is the ulterior motive of the one of the party. So that disadvantage is with the virtual mediation. Therefore, this is the disadvantage. And to understand the non-verbal communication, which is also the disadvantage in virtual mediation. So to some extent, it can be solved by keeping the camera throughout upon the participants. Lastly, I would submit that in the light of current circumstances, mediation looks to be a feasible and effective alternative to a traditional conflict resolution because it provides cost-effective and also reduces traveling hassle, and we anticipate a shift in dispute resolution practice by this time and after the pandemic. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Hamida ji, for taking your valuable time in finding out and putting your consideration to the various aspects of mediation and virtual mediation. Now, introduction of the Chief Justice today's program, Honorable Justice P.S. Koshiji. He was born on 30th of April 1967, did his bachelor's in commerce from GS College, Jabalpur, law degree from Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur, was enrolled as an advocate on March 9th, 1991, practiced in civil, constitutional, service, labor matters, initially in the High Court of Madhya Pradesh at Jabalpur, in the illustrious office of Mr. P.S. Nair, the senior advocate. Until October 2000, he worked there, and subsequently in the High Court of Chhattisgarh at Bilaspur from November 2000 till September 2013. He was a counsel for various public sector undertakings, banks, as well as many private institutions like Southeast Central Railways, Coal India Limited, Southeast Eastern Coalfields Limited, National Mineral Development Corporation, State Bank of India, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, Bharat Petroleum Corporation, Madhya Pradesh Electricity Board, Chhattisgarh State Electricity Board. He was also a government advocate in the High Court of Chhattisgarh from 2002 to 2004 and also Deputy Advocate General in 2005 and 6. Is a member of the Academic Council of Hidayatullah National Law University, Raipur, and was appointed as additional judge of the High Court of Chhattisgarh on September 16th, 2013. Before I invite him for saying on his topic today, I would request him to formally release the magazine, and I request Thankanchand sir to please play the magazine after Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Chief Guest Justice Koshi declares it to be released.
Yes, I shall play it with the permission of Lordship.
Please, please, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That-
Thank you, Mr. Thangatsan. Thank you.
That was wonderful. May I now request our chief guest for his views on today's topic, mediation in the post-COVID period. Your Lordships.
Thank you, Ranveer, for all the wonderful words expressed by you. First of all, a very good evening to one and all who have gathered for this meet. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this team. I wish I was part of this team a bit earlier. I would have gained much more by now. I can see a couple of faces well known to me. The guest of honor today, Ms. Hamida Siddiqui, a good friend, Shri Ranveer Singh Maharaj, the state coordinator for the state of Chhattisgarh, his wife, Ms. Anubhuti. I can see senior advocate Shri Abhishek Sinha in the group. And all of them are dear friends of mine. And now I have joined another group of friends on this auspicious day, that is the Friendship Day. May I extend a warm wishes to all, one and all, on this Friendship Day, to each one who have joined today. Talking of the topic of mediation, with the amount of knowledge that each one of you all have, I am sure each one of you have got more experience on the field of mediation than me, on this front at least. Talking of mediation, let me be candid, and I don't think my esteemed friend Ranveer Singh Maharaj or Ms. Hamida Siddiqui would dispute with me when I say that mediation for the state of Chhattisgarh is in its primitive stage. And there are various factors for that, not one. Anybody who knows the geography of the state of Chhattisgarh or the cultural backdrop that this state has would easily visualize the fact that this is a state predominantly under the forest belt, dominated by tribals. Rate of literacy not very high. Urbanization slowly picking up. Technological advancements primarily available in the major cities. To name a few, these are the factual backdrops. In the given backdrop, to convince a party or a person to go in for a mediation, it's not so easy a job. A person, or for a litigant who's basically a rustic villager, he has a blind faith on a lawyer or a advocate. For him, getting an order from a court is paramount. For him, settlement of a dispute outside the court may not have that much of an importance unless it has a stamp of a court of law. With these ground realities, when we cope up with the situation, it is very difficult to get positive results when we refer a matter for mediation. Most of the time, with whatever advice the litigant or a party is given, they somehow try to move out of the mediation proceedings and would rather wait for the outcome of the court for settling the dispute. It's not, in fact, settling a dispute for adjudication of a dispute, rather. As we all know, justice delay is justice denied. This was one of the fundamental jurisprudence of law that we have been taught right from the early days of our legal schooling. We are also well aware of the Magna Carta of 1215, which recognizes no one will sell, to no one will we refuse or delay or right or justice. But with passage of time, and again, as I said, for various factors, the pendency of the litigation in the country rose up manifold. It is when this alarming situation arose that in India we thought of going in for the ADR, what we call as the alternate dispute resolution system. As we all know, at least for people who have joined in from India, it was with this very object that periodical state level and national level Lok Adalats were convened in every state and in every courts and quasi-judicial bodies where disputes were lying pending. Gradually, it caught the momentum. Then came the process of settling the dispute by arbitration. Various and substantial development has accrued on the field of arbitration. And it was thereafter that mediation also was considered to be another means and methods for settlement of a dispute earlier than the adjudicatory process getting complete. Somebody recently has very aptly said that mediation is a medication for the healing disputant. Now, after reeling for almost 1.5 years under the COVID-19 pandemic, where practically the entire judiciary or the justice delivery system rather was somewhat in a standstill position, except for the urgent and very urgent matters. Things were not moving at all. For instance, when we talk of the district courts and the lower courts, except for the bail applications, the remand applications, or to some extent injunction matters, no proceedings were going on. There has been no progress in the litigation field for almost 1.5 years. Things have gradually eased out now. We are on the stage of rolling back the system. Things are moving fast. Speaking for the state of Chhattisgarh, the entire High Court has become functional, of course, virtually. As far as the district courts are concerned, things have become normal. Physical hearings have started. Though we have instructed the district courts to maintain the norms and parameters to be followed during as per the COVID protocol. Under these precarious conditions that the time passes or we are all faced with, mediation is definitely a source and an area which has to be explored to its fullest for settlement of disputes between the parties in all civil nature of disputes, and even in petty criminal cases also, which these days are taking considerable time. The pandemic literally has caused a pause on our functionings. And now we have realized that life goes on. And in a society that we are living in, disagreements are bound to happen, be it on the commercial front or on the family front, social front that we are in the society. And many a times, these disagreements and clashes between the members in the same group results in a dispute which can very well be settled by sitting across the table and having a discussion. But many a times it is the hurt of the ego that has led to the litigation. And it is that area that we have to tap. Once if we are able to convince a person, keeping aside the ego that he has, as to what is the crux of the matter, in a moment of time, he would realize that the dispute was nothing but only a action or an utterance of a word by somebody which has given rise to a dispute. And it is that area which needs to be considered and appreciated by the by the mediator first. The moment the mediator comes to the crux of the issue or the source which gave rise to that dispute, it will be easier for the mediator to convince either of the parties to introspect on that issue. And the moment the parties are forced for an introspection, they realize my esteemed friend Ranveer Singh Maharaj, the state coordinator, Ms. Hamida Siddiqui, the guest of honor of this meeting today, they are two of the most successful mediators that we have in the High Court of Chhattisgarh. They have settled many complicated issues, particularly on the field where the dispute arose from the family law or from the family court. Hard-fought cases with the help of their able leadership and mediation could be resolved. It takes a certain amount of persuasion which gives us the result. The alternative dispute resolution by way of mediation has in fact become a popular means to settle a dispute, be it a dispute of land, property, constructions, and the parties want the issue to be decided without going in for a long-drawn battle in a court of law. Of late, the settlement of disputes, particularly in property disputes, the disputes in the real estate business, the dispute in the land dealings, and also coming on the commercial front, most of these corporate bodies are now adding an mediation clause also to their agreements, be it international, be it national level, of trying to explore settlement of dispute by way of mediation. And gradually, mediation is gearing up to take the front seat for settlement of dispute. The role of a mediator is not just to act as a judge for a settlement of a dispute or an adjudicatory authority as an arbitrator in an arbitration proceeding would be. The role of a mediator is one step further, where the requirement is to convince both the parties that none is going to lose. Rather, it is a win-win situation for both. And both the parties, when they resolve the differences, would feel themselves to have been successful. And to have succeeded in their endeavor of settling the dispute. COVID pandemic has brought us early to the virtual mode, or else it would have taken a few more time. But COVID-19 and the pandemic and the lockdown, which brought this physical world to a standstill, brought the world back together virtually. And therefore, this virtual mode is going to remain there for quite some time, if not permanently. And that is the reason why in furtherance to the ADR that was explored earlier as an alternate dispute redressal, now it has gone one step further and it has gone into ODR, that is online dispute redressal. And for online dispute redressal, mediation is a vital factor or a source it may not be practically possible in the near future to expect corporate world, companies, large litigants to going face to face for settlement of a dispute in a court of law. Even if they intend to, it may take time. In today's world where time is the essence of everything, people have started realizing the fact that it is better to settle the dispute a day earlier, even if it is at the cost of something which they would ultimately be reaping after a couple of years. And that is why people have started having faith and have also shown their inclination towards online dispute redressal. The bigger cities, the advanced cities, the corporate world, this is fast progressing. But unfortunately, from the state that I come from, because of the ground realities, it is growing at a slow pace. I am confident it would really catch up in times to come with the progress of the technological advancement that we are having, 3Gs, 4Gs and 5Gs coming in, we hope the network world would join all the, even the remotest corner of the state, to have an easy access to these facilities that are available. There needs to a great amount of propaganda required in states like Chhattisgarh and also other similar states which are also predominantly forest, tribal, where the literacy rate is not high. The propaganda of this field of mediation has to be done. The EMW team that I am associated with today, I wish and I hope that it will take on the baton of carrying it out into the remotest corner, enlightening the people, teaching them or apprising them of the advantages of this field of mediation. Believe me when I say that there are a large number of lawyers in this state who may not be well aware of this field of mediation. I don't mean to undermine anybody, but what I mean to say is the propaganda of this field, on this field of mediation, requires to be carried into the length and breadth of the country. I just don't mean it or confine it to the state of Chhattisgarh alone. There are hundreds of districts in India where the situation is the same. Unless and until this area of mediation is not introduced, canvassed, propaganded, by periodical seminars, webinars, or any other means, if the EMW team can visit district by district, subject to the convenience of the members, have a physical seminar at the district headquarter place, consisting of all the lawyers of the legal fraternity there, who in turn can take those to the further areas or can use them in the course of their advising their clients. Things in India would definitely shape up much better and faster. Mediation does require a larger audience at every level. I just don't mean that it is to be confined to the lawyers or litigants alone. A layman also should know and should be aware of an availability of another mode of settling of disputes. But how do they come to know? They would come to know only in the event if there is sufficient propaganda on the field. Propaganda can be given by uploading sufficient materials on the YouTube, providing necessary information on the field of mediation, through the radio facility, which has a greater access into the remote areas than the TV or a computer. Radio messages does have an impact on the village folks who have radio as the only means of entertainment or the source of information. Sufficient amount of propaganda also can be spread through various publications, distribution of pamphlets, placards, advertisements on the field of mediation. Making the general mass aware of this mode of settlement of dispute. If we are able to convince them, because I don't think they would be averse to any such move, for the reason that here in India we had this system of settlement of disputes by the village elders in the olden times. It was known as the village panchayats. Even heinous crimes and property disputes, all sorts of disputes were referred to the village panchayats, and who used to settle the dispute after discussion and deliberation among themselves. Mediation is, in my opinion, another refined version of such panchayat systems that it was existing in India long back. Various high courts, I think by now practically every high court has a mediation committee, a mediation team, trained mediators, and there are periodical mediation sessions being conducted. And it is gradually catching up. Most of this mediation which are giving positive results are primarily from the family disputes. Then comes the commercial disputes, particularly where the disputes pertain to the dishonoring of the checks and certain land disputes. we need to go deeper into the areas of settlement of disputes by way of mediation. With the increase of the use of virtual mode or the use of the technological advancement, it also becomes easier for the mediator to have an easy access to the parties. And the parties also, it becomes easier to get in touch with the mediator and can avoid unnecessary travel and travel time from their residence to the place where the mediator is or where the court situates, and so on and so forth, which has also now become cost effective, because the incidental expenses which a party faces or undergoes in the process of approaching a mediator or going up to the court, all these are saved. So I'm quite optimistic so far as the mediation is concerned. I really congratulate the EMW team for having undertaken this pious effort of joining all the trained mediators, people who have faith and strength in the field of mediation together, and moving forward for taking the field of mediation to greater heights. I wish the EMW team all the very best, and I wish to remain connected with the team for all times to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Justice P. Sam Koshi, for those words of encouragement. I take this opportunity to recognize the presence of Archana Medekar from US, and also Dr. Sudhir Jain, who is our master trainer, is present today. Though he joined a little late, but we always have the guidelines from him. Whenever we need his help, he helps us.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. Thank you so much, Sudhir Bhaiya, for joining us. You are the light, guiding light for us in the mediation field. Thank you so much. Before we end, I request Anubhuti for the vote of thanks. But before that, because it's a Friendship Day, so it is very important. A friend is one who knows you and still loves you. Is the last word from me. Anubhuti ji.
Mic is muted.
Please unmute, Anubhuti ji. Please unmute. Ma'am, please unmute, ma'am. Please unmute.
It's still not audible. I think the moderator has muted.
Chief Guest, Honorable Justice P. Sam Koshi ji. Guest of Honor, Madam Hamida ji, and all present here. A very good evening to all of you. I, on behalf of team EMW,
You're again muted, ma'am. Anubhuti ji, you're muted.
topic. EMW team extends its gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest to have taken valuable time out of your busy schedule and having graced the event. We thank you for your inspiring and encouraging words, sir. I also take this opportunity to thank respected Kanchan ji, Madam Pushp Gupta ji. Both of you are the pillars of EMW team, ma'am, and you work day in and day out to make mediation successful even during this pandemic. I also thank all the participants who have spared their valuable time and participated in this event. Please do keep showering your love, guidance, and blessings on us. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Ranveer sir.
G.
Over to Ranveer sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Honorable Justice P. Sam Koshiji, for sparing your time. With your permission, may I have your permission to end the program?
So
Please,
just
yes.
addition, yes. So just inform the participants that we'll be sharing the new edition on the website and maybe through WhatsApp group and emails. So we'll provide them with the copy of the edition, 14th edition, through WhatsApp group, emails, and on our website, emediationwritings.com. So this is what needs to be added. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Pushji,
sir.
for
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sir, you are from
Thank
Kerala.
you.
Hello.
Sir, you are originally from Kerala.
Yes.
From
But
where?
born and brought up in the
Yes, yes, Jabalpur. Yes, yes.
Jabalpur. Yes. You are
Yes.
basically at.
From Kannur, sir. From Kannur, Kerala.
You are at Kannur. Okay.
Kannur. Yes.
I am from Pathanamthitta.